dog. Don't say that to niggas, dog.
Yeah.
Hopeful.
Yeah, you need to be hopeful. If you don't have money, just hope that Rashid or OG likes your stuff, hears your stuff, and puts you on. And somebody, after putting you on, hears your stuff, and it blows up. Be hopeful, bruh, if you don't have the budget.
Oh, shit, dog. I get your sentiment.
Yeah.
But, like, hope ain't shit these days, man. Like, what am I going to do with hope, fam? I'm trying to get on the radio. I'm trying to get on the TVs. I'm trying to get my videos out. Like, this hope shit's not gonna work right now. Like, what can I do?
You can't be broke and hopeless.
That is hard, though. That's hard. That's true.
Welcome to the masterclass. Welcome to the masterclass. Yo, you don't even have to ask. You're all welcome to the masterclass as we hatch the past, present while we craft a path from a shared truth and.
Greetings, all massive and crew, men, woman, and child. Welcome to the Masterclass episode 33. My name is Rashid K, and I'm not alone. I'm with
OG Samke triple. You know what it is. You know what time it is. We back at it like crack addicts. What's good, Sheed? You nice?
I'm nice. I'm twice as nice on mic device.
Word. I was saying you got all these reggae intros that you're always killing.
It's not reggae. It's patois. Reggae is music. It's not the language.
And then what's the difference?
The difference?
Yeah.
It's like Zulu and Maskandi. Just because you're talking Zulu, it doesn't mean it's Maskandi.
So can you be a Sutu Maskandi rapper or artist?
No. I'm saying the language doesn't mean music. Speaking patois doesn't mean reggae. Speaking Zulu doesn't mean Maskandi. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I hear you. But it's associated with a certain genre. So what you're saying on your intros is always associated with reggae music, right? Patois is associated with reggae music.
Well, partly, but they don't only have reggae. They have dancehall, ragamuffin, swaka, a lot of Jamaican genres. Wow.
Yeah. And I've heard that there's a difference in that.
Yeah.
Reggae is reggae, and then you get the dancehall,
yes,
which would be your Sean Paul and whatnot.
Same as the Zulus, they have Maskandi, Mpakanga, Statamia, all of them. You cannot put that language to one genre.
I hear you. And hip hop?
Hip hop is Ebonics.
Ebonics?
Yes.
Okay, what do you mean by that? Because when you say Ebonics,
it's the language.
I start thinking black language. I think when you say Ebonics, that would be black language, right? Black
version of English.
Ebonics.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear you. All right. Ghetto talk.
You know?
I hear you.
Yeah.
Shout out, man. How you been? How's your hip hop week been?
I'm all good, man. Not complaining. Cats are dropping. Events are starting to happen.
Word.
You know, I'm not complaining.
Do you think we might go back to old levels of COVID?
No.
Of lockdown?
No. COVID.
So events are going
COVID
forward.
is dead, nigga.
Events are going forward. We're doing that.
Events are going forward.
Yeah, shout out to Trusted SLK, man. I pulled up to her event, 2 weeks ago now. Velvet Sundays.
Yeah.
Out in Greenside. That shit was dope, man. That was fire. Couple of artists performing there, some up and coming new flames, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out Black Slim, he was out there as well. Philando Young, he pulled through. I saw Lash Yankee, she was out there as well. Static Flow, she's really, really cool.
Yeah.
I saw all those guys performing, man. It was so cool to see. Intimate event, like a few people, not that many people. But hip-hop was alive in that place for a good couple of hours, fam. And since you're saying events are back, those are the kind of events
I was in Durban 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
For the Hood versus Hood finals.
How was that?
It was amazing.
You left me behind, dog. Let's talk about that a little bit.
It was amazing, man. Because you know Zakwe has been doing this Hood versus Hood, like Umlazi, Kwamashu, all the Durban townships.
Yeah, I've been seeing that.
Versing each other. So the finals was between Umkumbane, there's a township called Umkumbane, versus Umlazi. And they whipped Umlazi like 9-1.
Damn.
Because there's 10 rappers aside.
Damn.
So they whipped Umlazi 9-1.
That means Umlazi rappers are weak then.
They strong. They made it to the finals.
Oh, okay.
It's just that on the day they were not strong enough.
So what you got to do, you got to come back with different verses every week. So if the masterclass is trying to take part in that Hood versus Hood, because I heard they're coming to Pretoria, right? to do Pretoria versus
I don't know
KZN.
if that's gonna happen.
But-
you know,
but-
social media talk.
But how does it work? So I come with my 10 rappers. It's 1 versus 1.
Yeah,
Is
if
it
you-
battle? Are we battling?
No, you're not battling. You're performing. If let's say take Josie, take Katlehong versus Soweto.
Sure.
You're gonna take 10 rappers from Katlehong and 10 rappers from Soweto, and then each rapper, 1 against 1, they perform 2 tracks each. It's not a battle. It's a performance.
Oh, of your music.
Yeah, of your music.
Okay. That makes it tougher though. And then you judge based off what? Like,
Based on the lyrics, the song as a whole, the stage presence, and the entire performance.
all right. So
Yeah.
since you were there and you were focused, right?
Yeah.
Who's the best cat that you think came out of that?
Hey, there's a lot of dope cats, man. I discovered in Durban. There's Obi Magic, there's
Yeah.
Super Mpondo, there's Keta, there's MDU, there's Boxes. Yo, the list is endless, man. Cats are nice out there.
Ah, that's really dope, man.
Yeah.
I hope the PTA versus KZN thing
Yeah,
happens.
and
they
I
bring their
like
best.
at the finals, there were like notable people from the industry. Stogie
Yeah.
T was there.
Nice.
Questa was there. I was there. Loki was there.
Yeah.
Duncan was there. Beast was there.
Touch
Like a lot
Line
of
pulled up.
rappers, a lot of rappers from the mainstream supported Zakwe on the
That's
day.
really dope to see. And it sounds like it was the rappers that were there, dog.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
but-
you can't take chances, man.
Here's the question since you've been there, right?
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to ask this, but let's address it real quick before we get into the class.
Yeah.
Who do you think has the best rappers between PTA, Cap City, and KZN rappers? If they have to do the Black Les versus Akwe battle, who's winning this one?
Durban will win that.
You calling it out and out, straight out?
Yeah.
They're going to beat Cap City?
Actually, I don't see any city or any hood beating Durban right now.
Ah, you can't say that. Cape Town? Come on, fam.
Cape Town with what?
Oh, they got some rappers out there.
How many?
It's fine. Youngsters,
They won't make
youngster
it to
can
10.
start that.
They won't survive to 10. I know there's youngsters. They won't
There's rappers
survive
in
to
Cape
10.
Town, though.
I know there's rappers everywhere. I'm national, nigga. I'm
Yeah.
everywhere.
So you
I
should
know
know
what I'm
this.
talking about.
Exactly.
Right now, there's no rappers. There's no rappers that can compete with Durban.
Nah, duh, that's such a heavy statement.
It
to
is
make.
a heavy statement.
Oh,
and-
so you're going Team Durban. You Team Durban for this one.
Yeah, I'm from Josie, born and raised. But
Yeah.
like to be
And
honest,
I'm not talking about Josie, me. I'm
no,
talking
no,
about
no.
Cap City.
I'm saying like I'm not biased. I'm not taking any sides. I'm saying Durban got this shit.
Okay, what makes you think the Durban rappers would be better over the Cap City rappers? Because you know how Cap City rappers are. You know, Boras and all these niggas
Yeah.
that came through from Cap City, Envy, Black Les, all these cats. What makes them different from rappers from KZN? What is it KZN bringing into the hip-hop space that you seeing as them having the best right now?
Durban has everything. The next big rappers are gonna come from Durban.
You
You
think
see-
so?
you see- you
Damn,
see-
you're calling such a...
Yeah.
You're making some heavy statements.
No,
on
no, it's
episode,
been,
what,
it's
33?
been, it's like, it's been happening.
Mm.
You see that nasty shit, that blacky shit, that Lucas Raps shit. There's more, even better than that.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what's been popping lately.
That's what's been
to be honest
popping.
with
I
you.
don't see anyone bringing that. I don't
What
see.
about Peli Machiavelli? What about 25? He's coming through from.
He
he's
alright.
rapping PTA nicely,
He alright.
but he's not on that Blackie Lucas.
He alright.
Not yet.
Not
we need
yet.
more Peli.
Not
more,
yet.
More
He's
25Ks.
He's more niche with that.
A Reese reps PTA right now.
Yeah, he does.
So you're still telling me that KZN takes the floor with
I'm-
PTA?
You mentioning the Envy, the Black Glass, the
I'm
the
mentioning rappers, dog.
Listen, Doc. Let me tell you something. You're mentioning the Aries, the Black Glass, the Envy, rappers who've been there for 5 years. I'm talking about new cats that are fucking shit up right now. You know, Durban has the next shit, the new cats, the young kids. Loki is
Shout out Loki.
yeah,
man.
Loki's
My
fucking shit up.
nigga Loki.
You know,
Word up.
You got Durban niggas who've been in the industry for 6 months already fucking shit up. You mentioned veterans and OGs.
Okay, so you're saying if it had to be a young man's game, it's over for PTA.
Durban got the next shit.
Okay, shout out to Durban, man. We see you KZN Rashid's putting it on you. I'm putting it on PTA. So whenever that battle happens,
Based on what?
I just feel like they're just better rappers for me in PTA in terms of
In PTA,
the art.
in SA.
No, I don't think they're the best in SA.
Yeah, you see
don't think they're the
now. You
best in SA.
see.
That's different. I mean,
saying,
SA, you got to go all over the place.
Yeah,
dog.
I'm saying.
Like, we haven't
though,
even spoke about
that's why
Zoocci
I was
guys
saying.
from-
That's why I was saying. That Pitori shit is a niche.
Yeah.
It won't fly in the Eastern Cape. It won't fly
Sure.
in the
I get
KZN. It won't fly in the Western Cape. It's just a niche. So you can't put your money on that.
But I put it on that because it's such a niche that it's so hip hop that it might be more hip hop
Most
than
definitely.
some Maskandi
Most
sounding
definitely.
hip hop that you're gonna
Most
get.
definitely.
You know
it's
what I mean?
dope. It's dope.
It's rap,
But it doesn't have the nationwide appeal.
I get that 100%, which is what we've been fighting. You know?
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
really hard to get that kind of hip hop around the country.
Yeah.
But if we're going around the country, yeah, Blackie and them are famous now because the rap that they're trying to do relates to everybody. I don't know if Cap City can do that, but I do think they have better rappers than they do in KZN. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, let's get into class then once.
Let's get into class, nigga.
Ring the bell, please. All right, yo. Today's topic, bro. I wanted us to speak a little bit about, paying for services and paying payola.
Yeah, yeah.
Differences between the two of that.
Okay.
When we talk paying for services, what would you say we're talking about?
We're talking about PR, radio plugging, publicity, and all that other stuff that artists pay for.
Okay, so let's talk about the stuff that an artist would need to pay for. So I'm OG, I'm pulling up, and I've got a dope song.
Yeah.
What are the first things that I need if I'm looking for services to help me promote my track? Okay, do I need a DJ? Do I need a manager? Because I know I got a dope track.
That's for you. I'm talking about paying for your stuff, for your material to get out there.
Yeah.
You need to pay for these influencers on social media.
Yeah, and let's get into it because I want you to to explain properly what. I need to
I'm
do.
explaining that.
Right.
I'm not talking about your team, your managers and stuff.
Okay.
You need to pay these influencers, these popular kids, to tweet about your song or album or whatever you're trying to put out there. You need to pay a PR company to get you into newspapers, TV, all that stuff that they do.
Make it easier.
You need to get a radio plugger to make sure they submit your music to every radio station and make follow-up, make sure your music is playlisted.
And there's a difference between a plugger and someone who PRs your stuff.
Yes, there's a difference.
So the plugger goes to all the stations, goes to all the platforms, TV.
A PR can send your profile to City Press, Daily Sun, Sowetan, and whatever for you to get a coverage.
Maybe an article
or an interview or whatever, or Morning Live or Live Amp if it still exists. That's the PR job.
Yeah, okay, you the interviews.
And those are the services you pay for.
But they don't get your music played on the platform.
No, they don't. There's a radio. There are people who do radio plugging. You also pay those people to submit your song in the right way, correctly to radio compilers, and those people can make a follow-up to make sure your song is playlisted.
Okay, get you. So, and everybody that you're mentioning now has to take a percentage of whatever you have.
Not a percentage. You pay them up front. If someone says, I charge 20K for my services, you pay them up front, and then they do that.
Is it possible to do this without having to go through those processes? So can I do this myself? Because what you're saying, I understand, ne? As much as it's not as easy as a PR company to get me on Daily Sun, whatnot, but it's something that I can also achieve on my own.
Yeah,
it might take me longer.
Yeah, it will take you longer. It is possible. It is doable. Working in this industry takes connections. Because after sending your email, after sending your song, you need to call that person. Yo, OG, I just sent you an email. Did you receive it? It's impossible to do that if you don't have these people's contacts.
Contacts.
Yeah.
All right, so then it would be important for you to now start doing what then?
attending
certain events,
trying
to get yourself
network
in certain places.
Get yourself out
Sometimes
there.
you gotta lie. You know what I mean? You can find someone's number, call them, say that Uzban from wherever you
Whatever's
are,
clever.
and get yourself a ticket to wherever you need to be.
Whatever's
get backstage,
clever. Whatever's
meet
clever.
up with Rashid, tell him who you are, and maybe that's that. So you could do it. It will just take you longer, right?
Yeah.
Now, what I'm
it is
saying
doable. You can do it on your own, but it might take you longer, and it might not even happen at all.
Yeah, true. And now my biggest issue with what we're talking about when we say paying for services to get my music out is that I'm broke, dog.
Yeah.
I don't have money. I can't afford all these things you're talking about right now.
You're buying booze every weekend.
All I got is
your priorities.
No. I'm not talking about the guy.
Weekend.
I'm not talking about the guy who can afford to buy. I'm talking about the guy who's in studio, doesn't even drink or smoke. You know what I mean? He just wants to get his music out, but he's broke as shit.
Bro, there's no such thing. Like, if you want something, a Nyaupe boy who sleeps under the bridge makes sure that he hustles for the heat. By the end of the day, he will smoke something. You cannot sit and say, I'm broke. What are you doing? You have hands. Go to start a car wash or something.
I'm making music. That's all the time I have.
Yes, make
studio,
music.
I'm buying equipment.
Yeah, when the music is made, go hustle other means to get your music out there.
Which means now I must take half of all my earnings to pay for PR, which sometimes I think is useless.
How bad do you want it?
I want it, but
then
I just
go
feel
for
like
it.
Go for it.
Don't set up limits that I can do it up until here. Just go all out or go home.
PR,
plugging,
all the stuff we're talking about, paying for services.
Yeah,
none of it is guaranteeing me a career in the music industry.
It's not. At the end of the day, you have to be good. There's a lot of artists who are rich, but are not as talented.
Do you have to be good though?
Your money will not blow you up if you don't have the talent.
Do you have to be good though? Because like you said, you can be trash and still have.
You have to tick all the boxes
for you to be successful.
Yes, you have.
But
to
you can be
tick
good
all
for
the
a song
boxes.
or two, but success will come when you are able to find these services at the cheapest rate that you can.
Yes.
But the best way to do it is to get these services. Saying is I'm playing devil's advocate for the guy who just can't afford it. Not that he's sitting on his ass doing nothing.
Yeah.
But like, like, where does he start in terms of getting himself in the game without a radio plugger or PR or all these services that you need to pay for? For you, even studio time is a service that you pay for. You know what I mean?
It's a service that we pay for. I'm saying, man, like, there's no other way. If you don't have money, you just have to be hopeful. Rely on a prayer or luck or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
No, dog, don't say that to niggas, dog.
Yeah.
Hopeful.
Yeah, you need to be hopeful. If you don't have money, just hope that Rashid or OG likes your stuff, hears your stuff, and puts you on, and somebody after putting you on hears your stuff, and it blows up. Be hopeful, bruh, if you don't have the budget.
Oh shit, dog. I get your sentiment.
Yeah.
But like, hope ain't shit these days, man. Like, what am I gonna do with hope, fam? I'm trying to get on the radio. I'm trying to get on the TVs. I'm trying to get my videos out. Like, this hope shit's not gonna work right now. Like, what can I do?
You can't be broke and hopeless.
That is hard, though. That's hard. That's true.
Yeah.
You gotta make one of the two work, right?
For sure.
It's a tough one, man. So the reason why I bring it up is because is it then easier for me to just work Payola, get my shit played, and just pay for my shit to be played, man?
If it works, man, you can't knock the hustle. Payola has been there for decades now. You know, Payola is a reality. It does exist. Brown envelopes. People take those. You know, we can deny it all we want, you know, and say we don't pay Payola or we don't take Payola. But Blondie Magene fought that shit years ago. He failed. Mzwakhe Mbuli fought that shit years ago. He failed. Recently, Vusi Leo fought that shit. He failed. All those people are still alive, but Payola is still there. You know, and I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. And Payola Payola is an American term. It's been happening in America for years and years. It's not going to go there. It's not going to disappear anytime soon because companies are paying these people to play. That's why the majority of the music that you hear on radio come from major record labels, because they have big budgets. You know what I'm saying? They drop today, tomorrow it's on radio, it's on TV. It's not by luck or by talent. It's paid for.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you believe and honestly believe that majors pay for their artists to get onto platforms, broadcasting platforms? I'm talking all of them. Whether it's be streaming, I know with the streaming they have to pay, obviously. They have to pay to the DSPs a certain amount.
Yes, they do.
They do. That's where the money really goes to the label. But
they
do you believe that they do that for radio?
They even cheat that streaming system through streaming farms.
Yeah,
There's streaming farms which they pay a lot of money for to get like high numbers.
Yeah, it makes sense though. I'd also
you know what I'm saying? So everything has a budget.
And only these majors are able to do this, right?
Not just majors. You can be an independent artist with a funder. If you can pay for services, you can get your shit through.
And you believe this honestly, like whether your song is trash or whether it's sick, if you pay money to the broadcasters, you'll get it on. If you have enough money.
How many times have you heard a song on radio and wondered, how did this shit
No, I've heard that before, right?
Yeah. A lot of times, you're like, yo, this shit is on radio. How did it get here?
And then when you trace back, you sort of see, it's from, I get
You know what I mean?
But still, it doesn't mean that the label paid for it to be on there.
What did they do?
It could just have been a song that attracts that station or that TV channel. They want to play that kind of music video, so they'll take that song.
That's understandable.
Whether someone is paying for it or not.
That's understandable, but it cannot attract every channel unless there was a plan and a budget behind.
Do you think every artist that's been signed on their label, for their music to get onto platforms, has had Payola to have their music played? What's your take on that?
My take is they don't do it like that. Like, okay, I have I'm gonna pay you for Samke and then I'm gonna pay you for Rashid. They pay you as a label and they have a number of artists in their stable. So whatever they bring, goes through.
Snap, that's crazy. So whether the song is good or not at all, based on being signed. So signing for an up and coming artist who doesn't want to pay for services, if I sign under a label and the label starts paying Payola, as you say that it's an ongoing thing,
yes,
I can get on either way, whether my music is good or not.
There's no such thing as a freebie.
Okay.
Whatever you get for free, somebody paid it for somewhere. So when artists think they're getting free stuff, the label is recording. The day you make your money, they're going to take your money back. So you're paying for everything. No such thing as a free stuff.
Paying for the studio time.
Everything.
Paying for the
label will get their money back. Whether it's Payola, marketing, recording, the label will take every cent back.
But that's a bit unfair though, right? So if the label is going to take 50K from my earnings to pay Payola, which is illegal, I guess, it's a fireable offense, and use that 50K, and then when I make 50K back, they take it from me, that's unfair for the artist. Because they didn't have to pay Payola, dog. Like, my song was going to pop either way.
With Payola, let me talk about corruption in South Africa. Corruption in South Africa is so common. Everybody does it. When we can afford...
Including you.
Listen, let me finish. When we can't afford it, we complain and say, yo, these politicians are chowing millions. These people are paying for airplay. But it starts small. When you give a traffic cop $50 on the road, that's where it starts. You know, when you buy your driver's license, when you pay for your learner's license, when you drive drunk and give cop $100, it's everywhere. People will forget about all those things and pretend to be holy when they can't afford it. And then they start complaining. Yo, so-and-so chowed the money.
Word.
So-and-so is corrupt, but didn't you pay $20 to that cop? It's the same
Yeah,
thing
that
on different
situation.
levels. It's the same thing on different levels.
But corruption is
everybody,
corruption.
Yeah, corruption is corruption. Everybody is corrupt. We just complain when we can't afford it or when it's beyond our reach.
So Payola then in the broadcast industry is just a reflection of the whole country, really.
Yes, it is.
And you're saying it's not something that's going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere. I'm saying corruption starts from that $20 to 200 million of tenders, and there's a lot of corruption in between. Payolas, buying licenses, buying this and that. It's what this country is.
Do you think?
We can sit here and act righteous and say this is wrong, but everybody does it on different levels.
Do you think it's possible to stop Payola? Do you think it's possible to put an end to it? Even if we're not talking as just you and me, but for the guy who's listening to this podcast and he's an executive at SABC and he's like, yo, I want to cut down the fact that Nama Brown envelope and Zulai or wherever that is, maybe whatever podcaster, do you think there's a way to stop this shit?
It will. It won't stop completely, but it will transform to a new life. Let's say radio dies.
Sure.
They're gonna pay some company in India that does streaming farms. That's a big industry. So you pay those people, and then you get 10 million streams a week. It's the same thing. It's a different version of Payola.
Okay,
We can complain about radio, but it's still gonna happen with
somewhere
digital.
else.
Yeah, it's in a different form.
Would you see social media influencing as Payola, whether the person is getting paid or not, right? Mm-hmm. So, and I'm gonna bring it home. And I told you we're gonna get personal with this conversation. If we, for instance, have an influencer, guy, girl, who is pushing the podcast and is getting views for us, and we're paying them, is that a form of Payola?
No, it's not. It's marketing and promotion.
So I'm paying for that marketing.
Yeah, you're paying for that marketing.
But how different is it? How different is it, though?
No, we're not cheating any system. We're not paying a compiler to play my song, to skip a line, to ignore good songs and play mine because I paid for it.
So that's the difference there.
That's the difference.
I hear that. There's a big difference in that.
There's a big difference. We're not cheating the system. If you're paying someone to tweet about me, I'm not cheating anything. I'm just trying to market my brand.
Okay, I hear that. It's marketing investments in that sense.
Yes.
But Payola would be to tell that nigga to ignore everything else and tweet my shit only.
Yes.
Or that lady or whoever's tweeting.
No. They get paid by different people. If I don't care what else he's tweeting about. If I paid her to tweet about me five days a week or 5 times a week, as long as she delivers, I don't care what else she does. As long as she delivered those 5 tweets.
Yeah, but doesn't it work like that on radio as well? Because if I'm going to give you, and TV, if I'm going to give you my song or my music video and I'm like, play my shit, here's some money, right?
Yeah. And
I don't really care what else is playing, as long as you play my shit.
Yes, and then I come and say, play my shit, I don't
Before
have money.
OGs.
No, I'm saying play my shit, but I don't have money. You see, now that's unfair competition. That's cheating the system. Because my song might be better than yours, but because you paid, they're gonna play you.
Wait, so you're saying play my song because you don't have money?
I'm saying you give that guy
100,000
and say play my song.
Yeah.
And that's guaranteed. He's gonna play your song.
It doesn't matter when, I'll decide.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I come and say, please play my song. I have a better song than yours. And say, please play my song. I don't have money. Who's the first priority?
Me, because I paid, dog.
With your whack song. You see, now it's unfair. It's cheating the system.
I get you.
You know what I mean?
I get you, dog. Payola is quite wild, man. It's some shit
it's been
it's some
happening
shit
with the
that
tenders. People who are not deserving. People
still
who are
don't
not
understand.
deserving getting tenders because they brown
Know
envelope.
somebody else.
Yo, it's happening everywhere.
So payola and corruption
It's the
is
same
the same
thing.
shit.
Yeah.
I don't know why. So why do they call it payola if it's just corruption?
Because it's the term for that certain industry.
For us,
That's
for
why
our
with
industry.
with traffic cops who call it cold drink. That's the same thing. Whatever you call it, in different industries, we kick back, whatever you call it. In different
A kickback.
industries, it has different names, but it's,
Music, okay.
you know,
I get
couch
you.
casting is corruption.
Facts. I don't know what industry that is though.
It's acting.
Oh.
It's acting where you go audition and you have to give it up before you get.
Oh,
get
I
a
thought you were actually talking about porn because I thought I thought you were talking about porn. I was like, okay, nah. I didn't know. I thought maybe
You're not far off. You're not far off because you need to give it up before you get a role.
Even as a nigga.
Even as a nigga.
Damn.
It's rough out there, man.
All right. All right. So let's not pay for them kind of services, right? But you might need to pay for your payola.
I don't know, man. Like I was saying, you can't knock the hustle. Whatever's clever.
Work
Everything
smart, not hard.
Everything is legal until you get caught.
No, I don't know. I'm not gonna push that narrative, dog. I'm not pushing nobody to do illegal shit until you get caught. Like,
No, I'm
live
saying-
by the law.
I'm saying
This podcast
I'm
is
saying-
about the law.
Chill, nigga. Don't jump the gun. I'm saying innocent until proven guilty. Everything is legal until you get caught.
All right, that goes to you too.
Yeah, it goes to everybody.
Word up. Yo, let's close up that session.
Yeah.
You can take it how you want, man. Paying for services versus paying for payola. You can decide what you want to do. You can either go spend a shitload of money on the services or
Would you
can
do
just,
if you had money?
pay some money.
Hit us on the comments. If you had money, would you pay payola or for services, or would you rather hustle for 15 years? Hit us up.
Got you. Let's get into the free period. Free period time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Based off last week's episode, I felt like we have to talk about these homies. We spoke about trap music. We spoke about MT a bit.
ATM.
And I thought let's just go straight into it, man. Let's talk about ATM a little bit.
Let's handle it.
Where the fuck are those niggas, man?
I think they still around, but they're not like under the same roof like they used to. You know, because MT has MT Records, Raf and Java, they have the 1020 cartel.
Yeah.
So it's not like before when they were all under ambitious, when they were pushing the movement under the same roof.
Yeah.
The Saudi has his own thing as well.
Yeah.
You know, so hence I'm saying we don't see the movement in unison because they pulling in different directions now.
And we were talking about how I was saying that they've fallen off because of that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I'm
because
saying
of the
they
movement. Yeah, that's what you said last week.
Yeah.
And when I looked at the music, the last time the homies gave us anything was 2019.
No, MT gave us.
No, I'm not talking about
project.
MT alone.
No,
I'm talking about ATM. They've got projects. They got projects. I had them out here, but
As
that was
ATM.
as ATM. Yeah,
Yo, no,
Sure,
I'm
straight
saying-
up on
I'm
the
saying,
DSPs.
I'm saying they're giving us material individually, not as ATM. That's
which
what I'm
is
saying.
which is what I'm angry at. You know what I mean? Which I think is fucked up because this was a movement. It's African trap movement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not MT. It's not Java alone. It's not Saudi alone. It's actually everybody in one. Like they're all working together.
Now it's all about priorities, man. Because
Word.
Niggas got families, you know.
I don't know, man.
If the MT situation is gonna secure the bag faster than the ATM, and then you go for that one.
All right, actually, it's my last search on Spotify, right?
Yeah.
And I just felt like the reason we should bring them up is because here's another. We spoke about it on an episode before. Here's another group situation that's just not working out.
Yeah.
In this day and age, the group dynamic just doesn't work. That's why African trap movement is not moving. Homies are not doing shit.
It's not moving. It's not moved by the group. It's now moved by individuals.
But then the group then dies, right? Shit, I can't open this shit right now. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
But word, yeah. You can't... If the group is not moving, let the group die. You know what I mean? Let the movement die. Like,
no, the movement is not gonna die. Just because Wu-Tang is no longer releasing as a group, it doesn't mean that Method Man is dead. There's Method Man, there's Ghostface Killer, there's Raekwon. They're still dropping as individuals. They're still pushing the movements, the movement, but not the group movement. It's the same movement, but they're pushing it individually.
I hear that. That's my issue, though, man. Then we should just forget about speaking about ATM as a whole.
No, we
as
shouldn't.
Them being
remember,
trap kings or trap
remember
gods.
we had an episode where we were talking about the death of hip hop groups. That's not the death of hip hop because the solos are still there.
They're still moving.
Yeah, it's
Saudi's
the same thing.
Saudi's out the game.
It's the same thing with trap, African trap movement. Niggas are still there doing their own thing, but not as a group.
So it's okay then for them to still call themselves a movement in that sense. Is that the trap movement is still moving, even though Java's not dropping any trap type of music, you know?
Yeah, they're still pushing the
MT's
movement.
album.
Yeah, they're still pushing the movement individually.
Okay, I hear you. But
Yeah.
that's the guys I wanted us to profile. I wanted us to talk about African trap music. I was trying to look for the name of the album that they last dropped in 2019.
Okay,
but
do they have a video?
There's no video for it, obviously. Because that's what I'm saying. Like, the
Okay.
African trap movement isn't a movement.
Okay,
But
let's check the song then.
Play a song for me.
Solo spam, body la me ganti yinong yeg. Manu fasi solo spam. Soy linto yo wenza, soy linto yo wenza, soy linto yo wenza, soy linto yo wenza. Body la me ganti yinong yeg. Manu fasi solo spam. Namhlanje fela ngakhomba. Ngithi pushela imachine ngakusha.
So the talent is there, bro. You know what I mean? In these guys, and all of them individually.
Yeah.
But they shouldn't call themselves African Trap Movement if it's not a movement anymore. MT riding this thing of, ATM still alive, Java, all the homies riding that. For me, I just feel like, let's cut that out. Let that be that. If they're going to do ATM, we need more music. Sorry, bro. I don't know why the fuck I can't. I just got a new phone, so I don't know how to put it on silent.
Okay, let me help you. Just do this.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Silent.
I thought it was on silent. Okay,
No, it
cool.
wasn't.
My bad. It's on now.
Yeah.
It's on silent.
Yeah.
So that's my only issue is that if we're not gonna keep the movement going, then let's cancel it. Let's focus on individual careers. I did love what they did with that album. That album they dropped in 2019. I bumped it 2 days ago, and I thought we needed this. We need more of this. If you can't get Java in the same studio with MT.
Probably
Then
they'll
let's cancel
come
the
back.
movement. Let's cancel the movement.
Probably they'll come back in a different form.
All right. Shout out to them, though. They're my free period for
Yeah.
today, ATM. Hopefully you guys come back. For me, I'll watch you guys individually, but the movement is dead. It's dead, and I hope it comes back.
Producers, who do we have?
You tell me. Who do we got today?
I don't know. Who do we have?
I'll check it out for you.
Producers. have
Sketchy B?
Sketchy Bongo.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes, Sketchy Bongo. You
What
know
a-
Sketchy Bongo, right?
I've never met him, dog, but I've always been...
He's a dope producer. He's an Indian dude.
I know I've met him. Actually, I have met him.
Yeah.
Used to be friends with I forgot the guys' names. The Ganja Boys, Ganja Beats.
Ganja Beats.
Yeah. Okay, I see.
But he did a lot of stuff for the Wolf Pack, A1 Wolf and them.
Yeah, Chicana.
Yeah, Shikana.
Yeah, he did a lot for Chicana.
Yeah.
I think that big song that Chicana came out with was a Sketchy Bongo beat.
Yeah, even that A1 Wolf. I know we just met each other a week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember that track.
Yeah.
Man.
So
that's some throwback.
But like he did a lot of stuff, but I haven't heard from him recently.
Word. I think the last time I did hear from him was on Twitter, and he was having a back and forth with someone over.
Tweeting is.
I just don't remember what it was about, but like Sketchy never dropped off of it.
From him.
Yeah, dog. What are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about the music.
Oh, musically, I haven't. Outside, I think he's been working on the new Chicana as well.
Oh, okay.
But in terms of hearing from him being a human being, it's been on Twitter and he was upset. That's what I'm saying to you. He was upset on Twitter the last time I heard from him, which made me feel like
people are on Twitter every day, even if they're not doing shit.
I hear that, and why I'm saying he was upset is that I feel like he was sort of giving us a hint that he's about to take a step back from producing, even though he's made hits for decades.
Yeah.
I feel like that was the tweet where I was like, okay, Sharp, I'm going to give him a break, Sketchy a break in terms of scrutinizing his work that much, because I could tell that whatever he's going through right now, he feels underappreciated, I think. No one's giving him his flowers.
We need to have an episode of that. Like I know a lot of rappers and producers who things didn't go their way, and then they end up being mad at hip hop. Like I gave my all, hip hop didn't show me love. I gained nothing from this shit I invested in. You know, there's a few rappers who are mad at the game.
Damn, I can imagine though, man. This game is tough though, G. Like it's hard not to be mad at this shit.
You must grow.
There's
a
like
thick
literally.
skin. You must grow a thick skin.
We've got 10, maybe if 10 millionaires in hip hop, and I'm talking from execs to artists.
Yeah.
There's not more than that, dog. So I get why a person like Sketchy would be pissed off with the game right now. He's done so much.
We'll talk about that, but let's check one of his productions.
Let's peep some Sketchy. All right, bro. Shout out to Sketchy Bongo, man. Yo, we want to see some more from you, fam. Please pull up. Any other artists that want to collab with him? I feel like I know AKA right now is busy recording his new album in Durban.
Yeah.
So call Sketchy up, my nigga.
You know what I mean?
Word up. Let's react. Review time.
Review time.
Oh, yes.
Oh, before the review time, give a shout out to Raw Beats for the headsets. Shout out to Selector Jin for handling the podcast.
Sure, man.
You know
Yeah,
what I
sponsored
mean?
by them this episode.
Yes.
Tepo, my melody from Mums. This is his
politics movement.
hip hop. Yeah, one movement.
Yeah.
You see the word movement means something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
These guys are trying to push the hip hop movement in Mums, and they have an event I'm sure that they're doing where homies can come through, up and comings, and we'll try pull up there at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe come shoot an episode.
We also got our merch, the Masterclass podcast, available. Order that, hit us up, we'll deliver.
And we got some new colors now. We got some colorways.
You know
So
what I mean?
we're working, we're moving forward.
For sure.
Yes, sir. Which album we looking at?
We're looking at Zoocci Coco.
Zoocci, Anxiety Plus.
Anxiety Plus.
Yeah, man. I gave that another listen this morning, actually, on my way here to the shoot. And, man, the homie for me, musically, can't put a foot wrong. You know?
Yes. Yeah.
But I do have one or two issues. But I'd like to find out your take.
No, I'm saying musically he's brilliant. But I just felt that his sound and his music, this project is depressing.
It's quite deep.
It's depressing. It's nothing you want to play when you want to be happy or you want to be in a jolly mood, you know. Except for that track he did with Blackie and Nasty C.
But even that one, it's just long. It's a long song.
Yeah,
but
it's not like it's not depressing as other songs. You know, don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful album musically and the content, whatever he's talking about.
Word.
You know, but I just think that we're getting a lot of songs, of dark songs lately.
Okay.
You know,
Don't you think?
I was checking the snippets from J Molly's new album. It's all about depression, like what death, and I don't wanna listen to that
All the time.
It may be dope, it may be beautiful,
Yeah.
but that's not the content I wanna hear all the time.
I hear you, and I 100% agree with that sentiment, because when I was listening to the album, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
But I also realized that it's Zoocci. This is Anxiety Plus, and if you bumped Anxiety, the first Anxiety,
Yeah.
I think the song is called Chernobyl or something with a C.
Yeah.
The first song on that album. The first song on this album is almost exactly the same as the first song on the last album.
Yeah.
So from there, he's already telling you that this is what I'm about to get into. This album is called Anxiety Plus.
Yeah.
So I was speaking about the pre-anxiety of my problems in the first Anxiety.
Yeah.
Now I'm actually telling you the deep shit that's happening in this one, especially with us losing so many people in hip-hop right now and in the past due to depression.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's a very important album, but it's not an album that you can listen to if you're trying to turn up.
Yeah.
For sure, like...
Or even when you're depressed, because when you're depressed...
I think you can listen to it when you're depressed.
No, you're trying to get out of depression. You need happy music.
I don't know about that.
You can't be depressed and listen to depressed music.
Actually, and contrary to what you're saying, I can listen to Anxiety when I feel depressed, because now I feel like I'm not alone anymore. You get me? Now I'm listening to Anxiety and I'm like, oh shit, this nigga talking about some shit that I'm actually going through right now, my damn self. So hear me out, because even Anxiety Plus, like you're saying, the Blackie song is a bit uppity. Even the last two songs and the outro are almost on that level as well, where they have got an upbeat nyana. But what he's saying to you is that hearing his troubles and his anxiety and his depression that he's going through might get you out of yours, because whatever you think is bad for you might not be as bad because somebody else is going through something even worse. So you might be uplifted by a song that comes from
I
that anxiety
think
album.
when I'm in a bad situation...
You don't want to hear bad music.
I don't want to hear bad news. I need something that's going to take me out of the bad situation.
So you want to forget and just be happy.
And just be happy.
And forget about the problems that you need to face.
And don't remind me of my problems.
But you need to get out of that, dog. Like mental health is a big deal. Like you need to get into your... Sometimes as a nigga especially, get into your feelings, sheet.
Yeah, but like you can't say I'm depressed and then I'm trying to help you and then I say I'm depressed too. That's not gonna help you.
No, bro, it might, because you might tell me how your depression is working on you, and I might feel like from hearing that someone else is going through,
it will be back and forth,
which is fair, dog. That's what they talk
darkness.
about when they talk about mental health, is that they talk about it's a discussion. It's not something you can't cure it with some Percocet. You can't cure it.
You see, when you go to a rehab, you say, "Hi, my name is Rashid K, and I'm an alcoholic," and everybody says that. But at the end of the day, there's somebody who's gonna bring a solution. You cannot just say, we're alcoholics, and then what?
That's the difference with a psychologist and music. Music is it's a healing thing. It will heal you. When you listen to Anxiety Plus, it's supposed to heal you.
Music can do everything. Can heal you, can depress you, can motivate you. Music is everything.
Depending on your mood, right?
Yes.
So you're saying to me, sharp, let's put it this way.
Yeah.
When can you listen to the Zoocci Code Dope? When what is happening in your life? Because you're saying you want to only hear good music if you're feeling sad.
Yeah.
So when can you listen to a Zoocci?
When
you're feeling happy.
When I'm cool, like when I'm under normal circumstances, I'm trying to understand what he's going through.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all he's trying to achieve, though.
Yeah, the same thing. I listened to his album. I was cool. I was not depressed.
Word.
But I was like, hey, this album, man.
It's quite deep.
Yeah.
But because also now you know, you're an artist yourself, so you know the rapper mindset when making music. It's not just about him. It's also for the person listening. So I understood that when I listened to this Anxiety. But my only issue is that like there's a shitload of auto-tune on that. It's like...
That's his shit.
I mean, fuck. Like,
that's his
fuck.
shit.
Come on, damn. There's a lot of auto-tune on it. But other than that, I love the message, man. I've got anxiety. I suffer from anxiety myself. So I get it. Rate it?
I'll rate it 8 out of 10.
I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
That's it. We're out of here.
That's all I want to say.
I'm from the old school, you know me, all about the culture like Rashid and OG. Like, subscribe, and tell your whole street. Load this next episode with love for the whole team. Yeah, let's get serious for the free period. And drop a link in the comments, cause we hearing it. Shout out to OG, shout out to Rash K. Set a new standard, other bars in the ashtray. Welcome to the masterclass, come on. Welcome to the masterclass. Welcome to the masterclass.